We are live, our webinar on Wednesday. What a joy to meet again with so many people who follow us and need the answers of Dr. Florinela Stoianovici. This community of holistic medicine followers is growing and they understand that this is the future. I understand many things that have not been talked about so far, and I propose that we start, Doctor, with a discussion about energy. Are we energy? We say that, we have already accepted, but what does it mean that we are energy?
It's very simple. Let's say a little bit that Einstein said that the future of medicine would be medicine in the form of frequencies, and Nikola Tesla also said that to understand the universe, we must think in terms of energy, in terms of frequency, and in terms of vibration. But that's exactly what holistic medicine is doing now. Holistic medicine has put into practice this theory of the two great researchers and brought this into practice in medicine. You have in front of you a doctor who talks about energy, talks about vibration, and also talks about frequencies. We treat in the holistic medicine office in Bucharest and Marbella, we treat with frequencies, we treat with vibration. That is why it is important to celebrate this moment, because these things have already been validated, these things are the truth. You have in front of you a doctor and therapists in 2 medical centers and many others, because I am not alone, there are other doctors who work like this, who are already working in this energetic context. And then, yes, holistic medicine was the medicine of the future in the time of Einstein and in the time of Nikola Tesla, but holistic medicine is the medicine of the present in this year 2023. In this conversation, now here,
we learn and accept this and think about things for our lives from this perspective. So, are we already talking about energy as part of healing, medicine, how we perceive each other, or do we still need to convince some that this is so?
We don't need to convince them, because I'm going to give some explanations today, medical, scientific and quantum physics, to understand the world. It's that simple, it's not even complicated. The idea is that studying matter, because the physical body is matter, it is matter of very low vibration, it represents condensed light, medicine has come to the conclusion that we are actually just simple matter, holistic medicine I mean, but that we are dynamic energy systems. We exchange energy, we take energy through the chakras, we then drive it through the meridians to the cellular level, there it goes into the cell itself is an energy system, it has mitochondria that produce energy, and then this energy from this dynamic system, called the physical body, goes back into the universe through the chakras, because the chakras are pots. They are on the front and back. They attract energy and expel energy, and we exchange energy. Us with the universe and us with other human beings. So we're basically something moving, something vibrant. We are not static, we are vibration, we are something that vibrates. Such is the human being, something that vibrates. Through the famous equation that you have behind you, and I wanted to show it here, of Einstein who evolved medicine and led to holistic medicine, that energy equals mass times velocity squared. What is Einstein saying here? Look, on one side is energy, on the other side is matter, mass. This means that matter can be conceived of as energy, equal energy. There's an equal there and this equal, this formula actually proves our energy side. It is actually the dual expression of the universal substance, because you must know that in the universe we work with a certain substance and this substance is not something material, it is a vibration, I said. Each individual has a certain vibration. So there are no two people, two people with the same vibration. So we differ in vibration. But all of us, absolutely all of humanity, fall into a certain segment, into a certain palette of vibration that is called the primordial vibration. That vibration created by divinity, as with the pen, that is, as God created with his finger, created the world. And that creation is called the primordial vibration. The doctor, holistic medicine, works in the human being with that vibration, on that vibration he works. So basically, we have a vibration, all humans, they have the same vibration in the sea and then vibrations in the big personalized palette. But we are similar in a vibration palette and the doctor intervenes in this palette and through vibrational changes, small, you realize. We oscillate and work between health and disease. That is, if, for example, from this fundamental vibration deviated a little bit and the vibrational balance was disturbed, through meridians, through chakras, which are not good, which are blocked, and so on, disease occurs. The doctor comes, emits some vibrations, for example, at Rayocomp or, for example, in the Fohao massager, vibrations are given. And the moment we emit vibrations, we repair vibrations that are altered, that are negative to disease. We're getting them back to normal. The body does that. The body heals itself. We just give it the model. We give him the model and he realigns himself through the method of resonance. And at that moment, when he's back to normal, it's called a state of health. So, this oscillation from illness to health is like this, a limp of vibration. It's very small, it's very fragile, but it makes a difference between life and death. It's planetary, that's what it looks like. Practically everything is energetically connected in the universe through this vibration, and in humans, too, health and disease begin, are laid out in layers. We are in onion leaf. Hahnemann, inventor of homeopathy, who does vibrational medicine, because I want to tell you that homeopathic remedies are vibrations. There are vibrations. They're recorded vibrations, put into those little granules that you don't give a damn about. I had a patient who said, "Doctor, please don't give me those granules, because I don't think I'm doing anything." But they are everything. They are so important. You should know that they are on dilutions. In Romania, somewhere in the north of the country, there is a Romanian-German factory that makes homeopathic remedies on conveyor belt and delivers throughout Europe and worldwide. And it is very profitable. You need to know, and they are very good. I have been working for 15 years, I am a homeopathic doctor and I work with these granules and they are wonderful. I've treated depression, I'm treating mental illness. They get people out from under very complicated treatments with very small granules, which contain, they are information and vibrations. Also, these energy layers, they in onion leaf, are from birth the first layer, then immediately in the first in the next layer, layer by layer, layer by layer. On the layers are placed vibrationally all our events from birth to death. They are put in the form of accumulations called in the corresponding physique, infections, and at the level of the layers there are blockages at the level of meridians. When with the quantum physics device I work with, I make a palette of energy structures and open this book of human energy, which is shown in front of the patient and the doctor in the form of meridians, which are plus, red, blue, yellow, green. And only green is good. And the other meridians that are very colorful, those are dysfunctional. Either I'm with too much energy or I'm with too little energy. And you must know that when we open this book of energy structures, and have access to these layers, we also have access to healing. Layer by layer we clean them, information by information, and at that moment we can heal the human being. Moreover, I said in other webinars that we can actually prevent diseases, we can cleanse all emotions, shocks from the past, we can practically change the future of the person. Remove him from the oxen that come from parents or family and create them by choice, that he is. personal choice to treat a better healthy future. Basically, you need to know that the energy of the human being is influenced by many factors: food, environment, but most of all by emotions. And emotions are vibration. There is a body, the emotional body, and these emotions of ours are higher vibrations if they are loving or lower, for example if we hate or if we are afraid or anguished or very stuck. And this unseen connection between the physical body, which is matter in low vibration, light condensed into the lower vibrations of the earth, and the subtle forces, that is, the other subtle bodies. Respectively, the mental body, the emotional body, the soul body, the body of consciousness, they are united, they are intertwined by this extraordinary secret that he brought here in the consultation, namely holistic medicine, through the energy body. Which, the energy body is the secret that holistic medicine brings, puts on the table and investigates, researches, tracts, harmonizes and heals. And this is new in medicine because so far this has not happened. Today we entered another platform to attract as many people as possible. We are also live on YouTube for the first time, and I want to thank everyone who has followed me on YouTube for 15 years. I have over 6,000 TV shows and over 15,000 people who follow me and Alice there. And Alice has it too, and we thank you all. Look, here is the case of a patient who is abroad. I'm going to read you a little bit about it. It's a very interesting case. It is about a person who is 75 years old, when these pictures were taken. She's 76 now, but I've known her since 2015 and I'd like to read a bit. I prepared myself a bit to read what she wrote in a testimonial on my website. Because I asked her to give me a testimonial. She wanted that, but I also enjoyed it very much. It was 2015 and 2 years ago I had experienced a great emotional shock in which my soul was wounded with blood. The physical body slowly degraded until it fell like a vegetable. The psyche was commensurate with the situation, that is, in depression. And I believe that the healing power of the body goes hand in hand with the healing of the soul. And since I don't believe in drugs, I looked for a holistic medicine doctor and found him 7,000 kilometers away from where I now live. She lives in Canada. And since 2015 we have known each other. In the meantime we have grown closer. Let's be doctor and patient, but closer. And that's why I want to share her case with you. Because if they're going to watch the show, they're definitely going to watch. I invited her to appear, she couldn't appear. And maybe it will appear another time. But I would like to present her case, because it is a peek of her and the doctor's successes in me. I feel proud that she did this, because she took a spiritual leap at 75. You should know that there are few people who take the spiritual leap of their lives and do their spiritual homework at 75. Usually, there are so few of them that they reach the other dimension without taking this spiritual leap, which implies that in subsequent lives they start all over again. And the lady did it. And we are talking here about the case of a patient who, very interesting patient, you know, my dear Alice. You talked to her. There is a lady who asked you for some books and you talked.
I know exactly who he is. We counseled on the stories in the book, it helped me a lot. She is a very spiritually evolved lady.
Exactly, but what happened here was a special case, because she came with diabetes. I don't know if you notice here, at the top of the head, where you can see in blue the energy body, you can see it on this model, there we are talking about depression. It's the depression she was talking about. And at the bottom, what I was explaining, the block chakra is the throat chakra. Notice that it is the throat chakra. How do we know it's stuck? At the top it's blue, so it's energy minus, so depression, and at the bottom it's too much energy, it's plus, it's that yellow. This means that diseases can occur both up and down. Up can occur stroke, this was not the case, but at the bottom there was diabetes. If you want to give the next slide. Here you notice some colors on the right in the middle, and at some point there is candy pink, right there in the center. Give it one more time. I think I touched unwittingly. We are at the beginning on this platform and we discovered it 2 days ago. I want to tell you that we are performers. We are working to be better and better for you, and I was saying that their pink candy that can be seen shows that she is starting diabetes. And it's very interesting, to give the next flash, please, that diabetes manifested itself through a problem in the spleen-pancreas meridian. So let's give the next flash, please, the spleen-pancreas meridian. Let me see if I succeed, that I might succeed. I did it. Look, this meridian, and where you think, right here, and I'm going to show you. So if you stand up, right in the groin where the appendix is. Do you know where the appendix is? On the side with the appendix, exactly there, if you notice, passes this spleen-pancreas meridian of diabetes. And I want to tell you that she had a blockage in that area, right where the appendix would be, and finally she had a blockage in her leg. His leg was shortened by 1 inch or so, meaning he started limping, from a perfect healthy person, so he wasn't born with this defect. And so it manifested itself quite brutally. In other people, diabetes is manifested by stroke, directly, at 30 years. In other people it is manifested by myocardial infarction, directly. In other people it is manifested by problems on very large legs and practically the patient falls to bed, that is, he ends up not being able to circulation especially in diabetes, or by blindness. I have a young patient who goes blind due to diabetes problems. Diabetes is a disease, and this is the case of this patient, who is a special person. She is a special person. And this person is very loving. And she didn't know how to make the transition from, that is, she didn't know how to protect her heart chakra, and she gave more than she had to. He put himself at the service of others. And he gave love, he gave a lot, and the energetic payment for this excessive love and lack of self-love leads to blockage of the heart chakra, which is above the solar plexus chakra where diabetes occurs and where the pancreas, which is a gland, is blocked. And because of that, she got sick. And now he's taken a leap. Mr. Petre, go ahead and we close the case. He took a tremendous leap. I'm with the given, I think, here. I can do better than Mr. Petre. Look, here's really the secret to her healing, because what do we observe? That she has nux vomica, and notice number 3 is calcarea florica. What does it mean? It means that she came into this life as a person with a break on. He is a slightly larger person, with a larger bone body, the bone layer is bigger, these people more manly, in terms of physical appearance. So it's not thin, it's fuller like this, at the bone level, the skeleton. Even if she wanted to lose weight, she would never be able to lose weight because her bone structure is bigger. That's the kind of women I mean. These people, floric calcarea, have some fears. They come from behind, from past incarnations, with some brakes on. And she's an ambitious person in this incarnation. He did extraordinary things. He migrated from Romania to Canada, healed his own son who had a problem and finally cured him. He was a person who stretched a lot. But this was with effort. It was more effort for her son than for her, more to succeed in taking him further than for her. So this surrender on your part, one by one, day by day, leads you to exhaustion, to a blockage of your own chakra. Who went, at some point, but showed up with a diabetes problem. But now he's made the leap. I want to tell you that he bought his FOHA machine in Canada and is being treated there. They also treat themselves emotionally. She enrolled in classes to eliminate emotions from the body. He also has regular discussions with me because we have a more special relationship. I don't do this with patients, but with her, yes, because in the meantime we have become friends and she is very special to me. And I want to tell you that he's taken a leap in healing, he's starting to walk again at 76, and he's regained. So she had reached the bed, could no longer walk, limped with her leg and now slowly recovers.
Thank you, Doctor. See you next Wednesday live.
With love to all. Goodbye, good evening.